Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is GameZone. In this video, I want to talk about spending, how much you guys should spend in the game and how should you spend it. But before that, I actually want to talk about the sports car that we all love. I mean, who don't love the sports cars like Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari? Those cars are just dream and they are just awesome. And I'm sure everyone would like to ride one, if not own one. But it doesn't change the fact that most of us cannot afford those sports car, right? And seeing the same system implicated inside a mobile game is actually hurting for those guys who actually cannot spend too much, like whales who can actually afford a sports car. And I hope Blizzard actually make some changes to this mechanic so it would be more fair for both sides. But coming back to the fact that what I actually do is I do not compare myself with the guy who can actually afford a sports car, because that would be an unfair thing to me. It will just discourage me to, you know, play with the motivation of getting stronger. So I do not do that. And on the other hand, I have seen many players who are over 3000 resonance actually stops spending suddenly because they reach their 3000 goal and now they have big boys wings, but from that point they actually want to progress without spending inside the game, and suddenly they are starting to complain about the system because it's not free to play friendly. And I actually agree with them, but not entirely. The reason is because the guys who are actually over 3000 resonance are at a really good spot in my opinion, and not many players are at that spot. And on the other hand, once you get yourself a sports car, then keeping that sports car in the best condition also requires you to spend money, which means you have to keep the maintenance of that sports car or else it is going to break down, right? And in my experience, keeping a maintenance on your vehicle is actually sometimes more expensive than getting a car itself, especially when it comes down to a sports car. And that is exactly how the system sadly is working inside Diablo Immortal. So if you would say that, hey man, I got myself a sports car and now I want to keep the maintenance free to cost, that is actually not possible in my opinion, no matter how much you would want it to be. So don't compare yourself with the guys who actually have a sports car, guys, because it will only discourage you and you will not feel motivated. Because I know I will not feel more motivated if I start comparing myself with the big things people. I would actually feel sad or maybe quit the game. But actually, I'm happy where I am right now, and I am going to show you guys the way I actually got my gems. So this is the market of Diablo Immortal, right? When I click here on the market here, it shows me my transaction. Look at this transaction, the overall sale that I have made since the beginning of this game, or 1.1 million platinum. And that should be around $1,750 of transaction which I made throughout my game through since the beginning of this game. And I did all that by playing free to play, and I did not actually get most of my gems, I mean from the legendary crests. I actually bought this from the market, all the copies. Same goes for the bottle of hope. This one I actually got is 2-star from the crest, but later on I upgraded it with my market. Same goes for the bloodsoaked jade. I actually got this from the market by selling my normal gems, and yes, I had to be patient, but it was actually worth it. And with my resonance, which is 1670, I was able to complete 168, which should put me around at top, yeah, at top 8 or 7. And I think I can go even higher for 187 if I want to right now, which I haven't tried, but I think I have enough combat rating to try out, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to win 187. So what does it tells us? To my understanding, just because we cannot afford a sports car doesn't mean we should drop out from the race at all. Because as long as you are having fun playing it and you are progressing slow but steady, is still something, right? You don't need to compete yourself with the guys who can actually afford a sports car and later on then start complaining that they cannot keep up the maintenance because they want to do it free to play. That's just not how things work. Just compare yourself with the guys who are actually in your range, those who are not spending, or let's just say those who do not have sports car. Compare yourself with them and see where you are standing, and this way you will be more happier to compete your progress with the players. And on the other hand, 95% of the game is all PvE. I don't see a point where you should be spending a lot just so that you can play actually a PvE content. There's only a 5% of the content which is a PvP, and for that 5% of the content, would you really want to spend so much so that you can actually feel stronger for that 5%? Because the 95% is actually just PvE, and you're not actually competing with anyone but yourself. And what are the rewards actually? Let's see. Where was it? Challenge Rift. If you do the challenge Rift with 2 players, 3 players, you get rewards. I think it's the stones. Where are those rewards? Let me check. Yeah, these are the rewards that you get. Is it really worth it that you should start spending money? In my opinion, nope. And when you come down here to the battleground, what are the rewards? Some reforged stone. Is it worth it that you should actually spend so much that you can actually get on the top of the ladder? I would say nope. But then again, let me just show you the leaderboard here. As a demon hunter, there is this one guy who is actually 3000 resonance. Yeah, 3000 resonance. The second person is below 3000 resonance, 2100 only. And he actually playing is as much as free to play, but spending some as well. Then the third guy is 1720, barely, I mean, barely has some more resonance than me. So yeah, why spend so much money for the 5% of the content when the game is almost PvE? I don't see the point. So what I would actually suggest is just use the market instead of spending money for the legendary quests or legendary gems. I know that everyone loves to have a really shiny legendary gems, but still again, not everyone can afford sports car, or even if you get this sports car, keeping a maintenance is not easy. And here the maintenance is like upgrading your gems. So yeah, it's even more expensive. But anyways, I'm just using the market to upgrade my gems. I'm going slow but steady, as free to play as much as I could, and I only spent around $550 and I just stopped there. And now I only spent for a battle pass which is a $5 only, and I'm happy. The game is fun. I don't need to compete myself with the guy who has a sports car. Anyways, Blizzard still need to do some changes to make the experience of Diablo Immortal much better, like the lyric pulse. The drop chances are really low, and it's been over a month, and I am still at 10 at the moment, and it's taking forever to craft even one. This is just not right in my opinion, and also these quests should drop more from the events or other stuff, maybe a daily quest from doing these mount bounties, I guess, or weekly bounties or whatsoever. They can do that. There are so many ideas that Blizzard can actually do to make the game experience a lot better for us, but anyways, I'm gonna sum up the video. Anyways, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye, guys. Also, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up as it shows support for our channel. Until then, peace. Bye, guys.